When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. The Badgers offense takes the field to start this game off. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things. Good, but you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well.
Taking a shot on the first play. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger.
Forget establishing the run game. Go up top right now. Play one. Be aggressive. You told everybody all week, we're going to come out, we're going to be aggressive, and they are. They take the shot. They get rewarded. One play, one touchdown. What a start.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board, just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Ohio State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Here's the pressure. Makes the grab. The Buckeyes will keep this drive going.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass on second down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and get the sack.
The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays in the middle.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. On the run, it's Dupree. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
That's a really good play by the defender. I think quarterbacks, when they see these routes and they think they can get these routes pretty much at will because my receivers are so fast, I usually get such a big cushion. And then when they sit down for that comeback route, it's usually open. But that defender says, no, sir, not in my building.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Not a lot of room on the return, but he already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Give to the running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quickly to the tight end. It's a running room. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. one back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Took a shot as he threw. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Peoples. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Old Dominion. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pulls it and fires to the left. Smashes through the tackle. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Here's an incredible statistic early in this game. With that catch, he's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're only in the first quarter still. He's been getting open. He's been making catches. At some point, the defense may have to start triple covering this guy.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Off the play fake. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Throws for the tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Badgers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme. And sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Looking to throw on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
With the catch, it's Anthony. And just when you think you've seen every move, he's got another one, and he's out to the 40.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Third and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on third and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT, it's kind of like a punt.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. Looking down the middle. It's complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. And you think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for space, it's Peoples. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll finish the run in the end zone.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barry Johnson. If he doesn't get it back to the 25, he's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Fires to the big fella. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Kind of like that big, reliable security guard. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Back to throw, it's Edwards. Finds his tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Badgers will punt this one away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Complete to the right. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Quickly complete. He's trying to get it in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Barry Johnson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of...
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Snagged in the middle, it's Tate. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's caught. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield very late in the half. Touchdown, Ohio State. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Badgers will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Pass to Stigson, still on his feet. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Catch in the middle is Smith. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Sayin. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He'll get rid of it. It's caught downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Motion from the back. This quarterback part of their running game. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to being...
He's loose. Turning it on. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Badgers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Trying play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Send the tight end in motion. Give to the back. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to throw. It's Sayin. Quickly complete. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Gets it out quickly. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They'll go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Using his legs, it's Peoples. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Edwards. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Give to the running back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Swapping ends in the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Anthony. Wide open spaces. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Dupree. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's nice to get a quarterback an easy completion like that, but it's nicer if they can go forward. And they did not that time, Jesse.
They did not. No, the defense was just better at the point of attack. Look at all these defenders, the shedding blocks and then getting hats to the football. That's impressive.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never had it. Get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Going to the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Sayin. A little release to the back. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll run the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. The 50. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that's the kind of play that can win you the game. You're on defense. It looks like the opponent's just going to run it in for an easy touchdown, but you create the takeaway, you scoop and score. It's a game-changing play. It's a momentum-changing play. And you can see on the sideline right now, they are completely galvanized by that defensive score.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time, Coach?
Into the secondary on the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Dropping back, it's Edwards. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on second down. Shoots it to the left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The running back has it. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times...
There he goes. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Badger. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, a nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road there.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve.